welcome everyone for what is now the third installment of the Sustaining Practices for Perilous Times series. It's so lovely to be with you all. We're really excited. The theme for this week is music. So we're going to be hearing two really great folks talk about the way that music is a sustaining practice for them during this time. And so we'll be hearing from Minister Kevin Bryant, who's an affiliated minister with Memorial Church and the Harvard chaplain to the Harvard Police, and wears many, many hats. He can share more about that. I'm sorry if I didn't get them all. And also from Rabbi Jen Queen, who is the Director of Engagement at Harvard Hillel and the Reform Rabbi there. And so without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Kevin.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's well. Music has always been my source of joy in my life. It's and sadness. It's brought me many things. It connects me to God, to all there is, to source, people, places, things, brings back memories, creates new ones through new experiences with music as well. I mean, you name it, music has always been there for me. I've been singing gospel music since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. I was about 8 or 9 years old, maybe. As a member of a choir, a Baptist choir, and as a soloist. And you know, as time went on, in my neighborhood, we sang all the old Motown tunes, Otis Redding, James Brown. You know, when I heard Little Stevie Wonder, I mean, that just blew my mind. The Supremes, the Stylistics, you know, just all of that old soul music. Aretha Franklin. I mean, the list could go on and on. And then you know, the Beatles came out, and I loved the harmonies in their songs that they sang. They had such great harmonies. And then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, if you folks go to YouTube, if you get a chance, and listen to Stevie Wonder's version of We Can Work It Out, it is unbelievable if you've never heard it before. Anyways, and then Jimi Hendrix came on the scene, and boom, as soon as I heard Jimi Hendrix play that electric music, man, that rock, that just took me away and changed my listening. What I started listening to, you know, I started listening to Queen, AC/DC, Deep Purple, Aldo Nova, Aerosmith, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I mean, it could go on. Rush, Van Halen, all of those rock, Black Sabbath, all of those old school rock. And then eventually, you know, I listened to a lot of, mine's are like parachutes. They only work when they're open. So I listen to a lot of different music. Joan Armatrading, Joni Mitchell, Bob Dylan, Harry Belafonte, Simon and Garfunkel. I mean, you name it, man. I've listened to a lot of music because it's all touched me in some way and brought me places, whether I've been sad or whether I've been extremely happy. It's just incredible. There's nothing like it. And of course, you know, when you hear a great song, music makes you want to move. It makes you want to dance. And, you know, so I suggest that you strongly do dance. Dance like nobody's watching. And if somebody is, it doesn't matter. Just have a blast. Okay? Because I do. I enjoyed music so much that I taught myself how to play a bass. I'm a left-handed bass player. And it just inspired me so much. And it even brought me closer to some of the sounds and everything that I was hearing once I learned how to play bass. And I've been singing. For 5 years, I sang in an a cappella doo-wop band for a while, a group rather, for a while out in Everett, Massachusetts. And then I started singing in a rock band. So, and now I also sing in a rhythm and funk band as well. So I sing in 2 different bands right now, but because of COVID, unfortunately, there was not much singing going on this year. So, you know, maybe next year when things get better, we'll be able to do that. One of my one of the mantras, one of the main songs that I listen to every day when I go to work, or sometimes I start my day. Uh, I'm also a martial artist. Some days before I get into the dojo and I practice and everything, and I listen to Van Halen's song Right Now. If you get a chance to listen to that song and listen to what it says, it's it's a great tune. It talks about, being in the moment and and seizing that moment and enjoying that moment and becoming. It's all about becoming and what you can do with things that are presented to you, um, and how far you should reach. There's another song that I'll share with you. It's by a group called Creed. It's a song that's called "My Sacrifice." If you get a chance to go to YouTube, listen to that song as well. That song is very spiritual to me. Um, it says a lot to me about communicating with God and or whomever or whatever, or communicating with just that inner being. And so I'll listen. I'll if you folks don't mind, I'll just share. I'll sing a couple of. I'll just sing a little bit of it for you, and then we'll just end there. Okay. We've seen our shares of ups and downs. Oh, how quickly life can turn around. In an instant, it feels so good to reunite within yourself and within your mind. Let's find peace there, 'cause when you are with me, I'm free, I'm careless, I believe. Above all the others, we'll fly. This brings tears to my eyes, my sacrifice. So that's all I'm going to sing to you with that right now. I don't have a band to accompany me, so I know it sounded a little awkward, but thank you for listening to me. So listen, dance like nobody's watching. Get to some tunes, sing, get your partner, your mate, listen to some music. While you guys were all stuck in the house together, dance, love each other, and be one. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. We'll pass it over to Rabbi Jen.
Thank you so much, Kevin. It's really such a privilege to share this space with you, and to hear so much in your story that resonates with me. So I'm told that that I was singing before I was talking. Music has always been a huge part of my life. When I got into, even in elementary school, I was always participating in choir. I started taking voice lessons really early, and music was actually really my entree into Jewish communal life and Jewish leadership. There was one summer at camp, I happened to be sitting in tefillah in our daily prayer service, and one of the senior staff turned around and goes, "Oh, you can sing really well. Would you want to learn how to play guitar? Would you want to be a song leader? Would you want to?" I'm like, I'm a theater kid. I'm like super into all of that. I'm like, yes, absolutely, love being the center of attention. But actually, what evolved from that point of recognition was actually this really beautiful opportunity for me to plug in not only to my my communal space through music, but to my own sense of spirituality. And it is rare that I will go a day without singing, personally. And Rachel will share the link to my sources in the chat, and I've shared a couple of really beautiful texts, Jewish texts about music. And as Rabbi Jonathan Sacks, the former chief rabbi of Great Britain, who passed away recently, said music and song is central to the Jewish experience. We don't just read prayers, there's a whole musical language called trope that's used, that there's different trope for different seasons, for different holidays. Music helps us to mark time and to designate space, and really, helps us connect with not only the words on the page, but really the intention behind them, and find our own intention within that experience. And the Babylonian Talmud, which is an early compilation of rabbinic text and law, and really the first guidebook to Jewish life that we have, says, in a place of song there is prayer. These things go hand in hand. And it is, again, deeply personal and deeply connective. So there are a couple of practices that I want to share with you all. And I'll actually share my screen for this. So there is a piece of Jewish musical tradition called the nigun, which is central to the 18th century Hasidic movement. It was a Jewish spiritual renewal movement in Eastern Europe. And the idea was to sing a melody, a wordless melody, over and over and over again as a means of meditation. Best sung in a group, which I know is hard with COVID life. But it really is a beautiful method of personal grounding, and can be sped up or slowed down. And I often find myself coming back to this nigun in particular, which was adapted by Joey Weisenberg, who's an incredible Jewish musician. I've given you a bunch of links and resources below for you to explore more about him, but I wanted to share this with you all now. So that is just one of countless examples of nigunim that as I mentioned, really again, I'll find myself just kind of walking around about my day, singing to myself, and it, coming back to that, that tune again and again, is very grounding for me. And it's not just, liturgical music or spiritually inspired music. that, that speaks to me. I also, as Kevin rattled off a litany of bands and musicians that he loves and respects, and I could share the same. And I found myself particularly during COVID, coming back to a handful of songs. I would just find them stuck in my head. And starting around the high holidays at the beginning of the fall semester, Coldplay's Fix You became lodged in my brain. And I've included the words on the source sheet, and I would like to play for you all my acoustic rendition of the song. And it came to me, and I'll just say it came to me during the high holidays, which is a period of deep introspection and a time where Jews all over the world are engaging in a process known as cheshbon hanefesh, literally means soul accounting. So that when the high holidays come, we can really truly begin the process of tshuva, of repentance, or of actually the word actually literally means turning or returning, as in like returning to the path that will lead us toward our best selves. And so this song reminds me so much of so many of the themes of that holiday. This ongoing project of both self-improvement and tikkun olam, of helping to do our little piece of repairing the world. So I hope you enjoy. Try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. When the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. High above or down below. When you're too in love to let it go. If you never try, then you'll never know just what you're worth. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. Tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. down your face. I promise you that I'll learn from my mistakes. Tears stream down your face, and lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. I hope that you all are able to find music that speaks to your soul the way that that song and the music that both Kevin and I shared speak to ours. Where there's song, there's prayer. It is always a sacred experience. And thank you so much for the opportunity to share.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Wow, I know that my soul needed songs from the two of you today. So I'm so grateful for what you both shared and the beautiful songs and beautiful words that you have left us with. We have a few minutes left, so I want to open it up. If anyone has any questions for Kevin or for Jen, or any comments, if anyone wants to share some music that has been sustaining for them, yeah, please feel free to unmute yourselves. Would love to hear from anyone on the call.
Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. That song is prayer really resonates. When I had a milestone birthday, I asked myself one of those, common questions like, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And I thought I would sing, because since I was like 11 years old, I was so shy. I didn't make it to chorus. I always had this sort of like, I can't sing notion in my head. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to go and sing. And so there was a minister, a UU minister, Jenny Mulqueen, locally, who has like basically singing practices. And she has a group called Women's Song, and you don't have to know how to read music. And it's just standing in a circle, and there's these little ditties, and you sing them over and over again. And they come from gospel, spiritual, Native American. And you just learn by singing over and over again until they become second nature. And it has been one of the most healing things that I have ever done in my life. I feel like song is prayer. And for all of those people who think that they have to actually have some training or lessons, that's actually not true. I think that was my big lesson.
I say that to people all the time. People say, oh, I can't sing. And I'm like, yes, you can. You might not be able to sing well, but that's your opinion. Everybody can sing.
Everybody can sing. Everybody can dance.
Yeah.
Everybody can move. It's how it touches your soul that makes you do what you do. It's music. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Tara.
Thank you, Tara.
Do we have any other questions or comments?
Is there a song that, either if you want to unmute yourself and share, you can drop in the chat. Is there a particular song or piece of music that has been particularly healing or sustaining for you all during this time? Or artist or anything? Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 6. Yes. Oh, gorgeous. Mary Gauthier, Mercy. I don't know her. Imagine by John Lennon, classic. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. Whole range of things that speak to us and heal us and help us through.
These are tumultuous times, and that's we need something that brings us back to source, that brings us back to
absolutely,
to center. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we just have to remind ourselves that you can always find joy. You know, there's joy in everything.
Mhm.
From the time I open my eyes, my feet hit the floor, and I say thank you. It's just, you know, him to the sun. Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
And we can connect to that joy anytime because we have our instruments are portable.
Yes, that's what. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened when I started playing bass, and then I started singing a lot. I couldn't play and sing, so I had to get a bass player. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to do both, you know.
Takes a
But
lot
yeah,
of practice.
yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you all so, so much. It's really beautiful to see all of your faces and to share this space with all of you. And thank you to Rachel.
Thank you. And thank you again.
Yeah, thank you all for your kindness. You know, bless you all, and please have a safe and joyous holiday.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we'll see y'all same time next week.
Our theme is going to be contemplative reading and reading practices. So see you all then.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Be safe and well.